MLB will absolutely hate what the Toronto Blue Jays are about to do as we have a massive report that has just dropped surrounding one of the top free agents and the Toronto Blue Jays that not only has fans fired up, but folks has massive implications as we approach a critical part of free agency in the next few days into the next few weeks. But not only that, we have some more details surrounding the absolute robbery of the signing surrounding Shane Bieber, and some more reports and rumors surrounding Jay's free agent targets. You're going to want to stay tuned to the end of this video because the most important update is absolutely crazy. But before we get into it all, if you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, folks, it's the place to be for daily Jays content. You guys have been absolute beasts of the support. We're getting close to 21,000 subscribers. If you're enjoying the daily Jays content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. You guys are absolute beasts. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, folks. Let's dive right into it. Yesterday, the Jays, signed Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber opted into his contract, and we have some more news that has dropped, and there's a couple new reports. I want to start with this one. Now, this is from October 27th, but bear with me. I have a report that just dropped recently as well, but I want to highlight this. And this dropped in the middle of the Jays playoff run, the middle of the World Series, and it went unnoticed. Blue Jays could put themselves in the mix for Kyle Tucker. The Blue Jays are another team that could play for the #1 free agent, Kyle Tucker. They played for the biggest free agents, and Jays sources say they would have signed Vlad Guerrero Jr. even if they had gotten Ohtani or Soto. And of course, the Dodgers and the Giants are other logical options. And Kyle Tucker's the big fish this offseason. I do think the Jays are going to sign Bichette, but folks, I think this is a point now where, the MLB, the Jays are coming off a World Series appearance. They are ready to spend. They just got blessed by Shane Bieber opting in. They got blessed with, be able to extend Vladimir Guerrero Jr. They can go all in now, and they, according to John Heyman, a very notable reporter who gets a lot of things right free agency, are saying that the Jays are one of the best suitors to acquire him in free agency, which is pretty crazy. And see here, John Heyman gave a tidbit recently on MLB Network talking about Kyle Tucker and others. Look at the Dodgers. Sorry to say, people, they go for the best, and right now he is the best guy out there, which is fair enough. Kyle Tucker probably will be at least offered a contract by the Dodgers. Giants are a team that plays for big free agents. Wouldn't be shocked if Toronto does as well. And obviously, Heyman mentions some other teams, but the big three are the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Blue Jays for Kyle Tucker. And obviously, we know how this goes, playing second fiddle to the Dodgers, now both in the World Series based on the loss, though I think that was an incredible series for the Jays. And then, of course, in free agency multiple times, Ohtani, Sasaki, even Yamamoto to a much lesser degree. This is very good news. Kyle Tucker is a fantastic player, and you can argue the fit all you want. He is an absolute baller. And the fact that John Heyman, headlined an article just a week or two ago about the Jays being among the leaders to land Kyle Tucker, and then, of course, saying in a recent article that just dropped that the Jays are in there too, this is very encouraging given the fact that, you're at a point where everybody seems to want to, not everybody, but the Jays seem to be a very good, are, of course, a very good destination right now. And that World Series win, all the players talking about how they're playing for each other. Shane Bieber taking a discount, if you want to call it that. The team loving each other so much. This is a prized opportunity and prized destination for a lot of these free agents, because why wouldn't you want to play in Toronto? You have Shane Bieber opting into a contract. He clearly loves it here. He could have absolutely got more money in the open market. And then it begs the question about this. Does this make a free agent want to come now? And a lot of people, including a recent report from Bob Nightingale, are saying, hey, and the report was that the Jays won the World Series. Obviously, a lot more free agents want to come to Toronto. But I don't think necessarily winning or losing the World Series is the difference here. I think that World Series run is going to change the outlook of this entire offseason. And for what has been years now of Jays finishing second place in a lot of free agents. Yes, they got Springer, they got Gosse, but of course Ohtani. They got missing out on him, getting Santander last year. Pretty, dang good, free agent in theory. Obviously had a bad year last year. This team now is ready to strike, and they prove they can win. There's no longer a doubt about having some sort of playoff success. Yes, they didn't get to where they wanted to be fully, but they showed the ability, and Vladdy showed that he's a superstar. If a guy like Kyle Tucker wants to come along and kind of, play 1A, 1B with Vladdy, there's that opportunity. And it doesn't have to just be Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker's, of course, the biggest free agent, but the Jays can go out. They can get another starting pitcher, whether that be Dylan Cease, whether that be Imanga. A lot of these guys, not Gallen. But you can also go out and get some really nice hitters. Kyle Schwarber's available. I don't really see how that fits with the current Jays, George Springer DH situation. But, Josh Naylor, Framber Valdez. Of course, extending Bichette is the most critical thing to do right now. But the Jays, they can go out and do it. Now, I mean, the Jays could easily go out and spend $400 million. And we've seen them do it in the past, with Shohei Ohtani, offers to Juan Soto, offers to all these different guys. They can do that. And they might go ahead and do that with the money that they just made from the World Series. And you look at his stats. I mean, he has great peripherals. He has great hitting stats. A very solid defender, though not the best defender in the world. I mean, anytime you can get a player like that, you do it. 1,000 OPS basically in 2024. Of course, the Cubs traded for him. They're not going to have the money to keep him. And you're going to be going up against the Dodgers. But if Kyle Tucker, the Jays can offer him potentially the most money, and we don't know what's going to happen in 2027, right? Lockout potential, all these different things. Go for it now. Lock up Kyle Tucker before that's a problem. And the Jays are right in the middle of it. And this is thanks to all the culture building they've done, the renovations to the stadium. They have the best, spring training complex down there in Dunedin. All these different things are finally starting to pay off. And it started with Shane Bieber. Hopefully you can go out and actually get, Bo Bichette's extension done early in November here. And then you can point your direction to a guy like Kyle Tucker. You can see here in the middle. This is from Shada VD and Ben Nicholson-Smith. One of the most direct, if expensive routes is finding expensive route to finding needed upgrades, the free agent market. And this year, there are a few transformative bats to be found. And of course, we're looking at a guy like Kyle Tucker, 29 years old heading in the next year. I mean, he's still fairly young. His WAR last year was 4.5. He put up a lot of home runs. I mean, he is an absolute stud, right? And 22 home runs last year, 23 home runs, and 29 the year before. So a lot given, he's not really known to be a home run hitter. Get it done yesterday. And man, I mean, of course, this is going to be every year there's really one prize free agent. Last year, I mean, you're looking at whether it be Roki Sasaki, Shohei Ohtani, Juan Soto. Last year was both Juan Soto and, Roki Sasaki. This is a chance now for the Jays to go out, make their splash. And really, if you're Rogers, say to your fans, hey, we choked, I guess if you want to call it that. I don't even like to call it that. We lost the World Series in heartbreaking fashion. Here is your reward as fans for being so great. We're going to spend a ton of money on this team. We're going to make them better than last year. Hopefully catch the same lightning in a bottle twice and go out and do a bunch of different things. He's expected to get 10 years, $400 million, which is a lot. And these are just projected, contracts. I mean, you can see here, like, think of a potential rotation. You add Framber, or of course, Framber Valdez or Michael King. And then you're just at a crazy spot. I mean, you have Gausman, you have Bieber, you have Savage, you do have Berríos, you have Eric Lauer. This team now has the opportunity to not only be one of the best starting pitching staffs in baseball, you upgrade that bullpen a little bit, give a full offseason for Louis Varland to get in the pitching staff, the pitching clinic with Pete Walker and all those guys. This team is scary, man, and I don't think the MLB is going to be too happy, especially the AL East, if they see the Jays go out and get one of the top free agents, and they already did. I mean, Shane Bieber is signed somehow. Like, crazily enough, at a lot of these guys, Shane Bieber would have been up there for the Jays because of how lackluster the starting pitching looked heading into next season, and we only had less than a week to look at the starting rotation. Like, okay, there's 2 or 3 good arms here. Of course, excluding Eric Lauer and stuff like that, who are very good arms, but they're not, aces. You get yourself a potential ace back, and on a contract that cannot be a loss. So it's insane. And obviously more details are coming out with the buyout. It's basically a $12 million contract, as a lot of people are talking about it. So it's insane. I'm super excited to, listen, no doubt about it. The World Series was brutal, right? And it was heartbreaking. And I'm still, every time I scroll through Instagram and I see a short of a heartbreaking, Jays short and YouTube short, Instagram reel about how close they were and what could have been with Vladdy. It breaks my heart a little bit, but this team is going to come back. They're better than ever. You have Ernie Clement. You have most of the same pieces in place. You already got Bieber back. Let's go make another splash, Rogers.